Graphing linear equations. The first section of graphing linear equations deals with slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M stands for our slope. We learned about this in our section over slope. We use the letter M. B stands for our y-intercept. That's why we call it slope-intercept form, because it is in this form, mx plus b. Okay, it's in this form. So now, with these four problems here, what is the slope and y-intercept of each, if they have them? So I'm going to just identify my slope and y-intercept. So my slope is always the number with our variable, with our x. So it's always the x term. My y-intercept is always the number without the x. So slope is 3, y-intercept is -5. So this next one, our slope is -3/7. Our y-intercept is 6. So the third one, our slope is 11/6, and our y-intercept, b, is 2/3. Now the last one, x equals 3. Okay, what if I were to graph this? Okay, so I'm going to draw a little xy graph. X equals 3 over here. That's all they tell us. This is a vertical line. Vertical lines have a slope of undefined. Okay. Does this blue line, does it ever cross the y-axis? No. So this one does not have, okay, it does not have a y-intercept. The only time you'll have a y-intercept for x equals is if it's x equals 0. Okay, it crosses the y-axis. If it's y equals a number are horizontal lines. So those would have a slope of 0. And your y-intercept would be whatever that number is equal to. So like y equals 5, our slope would be 0, and our y-intercept would be 5. Now let's graph these. The first thing I'm going to do is identify my slope and my y-intercept. So slope, y-intercept. So slope is -2. If we want, we can write that as a fraction, -2/1. Because that will show us our rise over run. And our y-intercept is 2. Now, to graph this, I'm going to plot my y-intercept. Okay? So plot my y-intercept first. So one thing I'm going to do also is I'm going to label my x and y axes, and I'm going to put where it's positive and negative at. That was something that we sometimes forget and can cause us to graph it incorrectly. So remember, x goes left and right. When you go to the right, it's positive. When you go to the left, it's negative. Y goes up and down. So when you go up, it's positive. When you go down, it's negative. So plot my y-intercept first. So I'm going to go to where my y equals 2. So I'm going to go up 2 points. Then from there, I need to plot another point. So I'm going to use my slope, -2/1. So I'm going to rise -2. So I need to go up or down. This case, it's negative, so I need to go in the negative direction. So I'm going to go down 2. And my run is 1. It's positive, so I'm going to go to the right 1. I can do that multiple times, down 2 to the right 1. Or you could think about the opposite. Instead of going down 2 to the right 1, we can go up 2 to the left 1. Up 2 to the left 1. Then we can draw our line. Okay. And one thing to double check also is look at your slope. Okay, look at our slope. Slope is negative, right? So this tells me that it should be going downwards. So my line should be going downwards from left to right. Check it. Is it going downwards from left to right? Yes. That's just a quick double check. So let's try this next one. Slope, y-intercept. So m, my slope is 4/3. Y-intercept is -4. So x goes left and right. When you go to the right, it's positive. Left, it's negative. Our y-axis goes up and down. So when we go up, it's positive. When we go down, it's negative. So I'm going to go to my y-intercept at -4. So I go to the y-axis, go down to -4, plot a point. My slope is 4/3, so rise over run. So I'm going to rise 4. So I'm going to go up or down. So in this case, 4 is positive, so I'm going to go up. My run is 3, that's positive, so I need to go to the right 3. I can do that again, up 4 to the right 3. I could also think the other way, instead of up 4 to the right 3, down 4 to the left 3. Now just double check, your slope is 4/3, it's positive, so this tells me it should be going upwards from left to right. So from left to right here, it's going up. So let's try this one. So m equals -1/5 because that is our slope. Y-intercept equals 3. So x, going to the right, it's positive. Left is negative. Y-axis is up and down, so up is positive, down it's negative. So I'm going to go up to 3 to my y-axis, my y-intercept, plot a point. My slope is -1/5, so I'm going to rise a negative. So that means I'm going to go down 1. My run is 5, it's positive, so I'm going to go to the right 5. I can do that again. I could also go up 1 to the left 5. Up 1 to the left 5. Oh. So it looks something like that. Now just double check. Your slope is negative, so it should be going downwards from left to right. So left to right, it's going downwards. Now this next one, look at it. Do we have this in slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. No, we need to get it, so we need to transform it. So the first thing we should do is subtract 4x from both sides. So now I have 2y equals, I'm going to write -4x first. Remember, we can't combine -4x and 8 because they are not like terms. And I wrote the x first because that's how slope-intercept form. X, and then b. So x is first. Now I need to divide by 2, and I'm going to divide everything by 2 to get y all by itself. So I get -2x plus 4. So m equals -2, b equals 4. So x is positive, negative to the left, y is positive up, negative going down. So I said my slope was -2, my y-intercept was positive 4. So I'm going to go up to 4 on my y-axis and plot a point, then use my slope, -2/1. So -2, so I'm going to rise negative, so I'm going to go down 2, run 1, so to the right, down 2 to the right 1. Remember, the more points you plot, the straighter the line you'll have. So you could also go up 2 to the left 1. Now just double check it. Your slope we got is negative So it should be going down from left to right. So from left to right, our line is going downwards.